Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about Trump's voting executive order. Trump signed a sweeping executive order requiring a list of changes to voting practices nationwide. And election experts across the country said he didn't have the authority to make the order he did. The order attempts to regulate a bunch of aspects of voting, from registration requirements to mail-in voting deadlines and so on. Remember when I said knowing what's in the Constitution was going to be important? Article 1, Section 4, Clause 1 is known as the Elections Clause. It says, quote, "The times, places, and manner of holding elections for senators and representatives shall be prescribed in each state by the legislature thereof. But the Congress may at any time by law make or alter such regulations, except as to the places of choosing senators. The states regulate their own elections within the confines of acts of Congress." In Smiley v. Holm, the Supreme Court held, quote, "It cannot be doubted that these comprehensive words embrace authority to provide a complete code for congressional elections, not only as to times and places, but in relation to notices, registration, supervision of voting, protection of voters, prevention of fraud and corrupt practices, counting of votes, duties of inspectors and canvassers, and making and publication of election returns." This is why some states are done counting on Election Day and some states are accepting ballots days later, as long as they were postmarked on Election Day. In short, Trump needs Congress for a whole lot of what's contained in the order. Yes, he needs a bill up on Capitol Hill. Pushback from election lawyers, government officials, and voting rights experts was immediate. Colorado's Secretary of State said, quote, "Trump's executive order is unlawful. It would prevent eligible Americans from exercising their sacred right to vote. The Trump administration is weaponizing the federal government and trying to make it harder for voters to fight back at the ballot box." Wendy Weiser of the Brennan Center for Justice said, quote, "The president doesn't have the power to override a law passed by Congress." The ACLU basically said, "Bring it, we're suing." On social media, the group posted, quote, "This is an extreme abuse of power. We'll see him in court." Most are pointing out that this executive order is very similar to the SAVE Act, which is Republican legislation that doesn't look like it will pass. I find it puzzling that it appears the one thing Trump doesn't want to send back to the states is something the Constitution requires be under their purview. Suits will be filed over this immediately. My guess is that some are already by the time y'all watch this. The executive order is so expansive and so at odds with standing principles that it will probably cause numerous lawsuits arguing different aspects of the order in different ways. This will be another lengthy fight. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.